What's up, fish tank people? Dustin's Fish Tanks bringing it to you on a Sunday, baby. How's everybody doing? I hope you're doing well. In today's video, we're gonna show you the assembly of Greenhouse 4.0, or at least the start of it, right as I walk into a nail. It's about to be nasty naily like that. Arnold Schwarzenegger sagt, he said, you have to have a clear vision of what you want. I envision myself lifting the trophy over my head and the crowd screaming. Well, I'm not a bodybuilder, as you can tell by these little tiny biceps, but I do got a clear vision of what I'm trying to do in here. Scripted it out over vacation, took a little break, and I know what I want to do. People in life will get what they want because they don't know what they want. I know what I want. I want to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 basins in here. The problem is, as we roll over here, the greenhouse was built. And the basins that I want are over here in the weeds here. Look at this dope variegated thing, by the way. I got that from my neighbor. The bees will be awake shortly, so we got to do this quickly. But these are all pre-built basins. 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's getting hot. It's June. Coincidentally, June, I'm about 2 weeks away from the summer solstice, so I'm feeling like a little bit of a push because I'm running out of the days getting longer into the days getting shorter. So we're about to move these basins in here. I got some manpower with me. We're gonna go through this door, past this. Groundhog used to live down there, by the way, and into here, and we're gonna get him over there. Here it comes. So summertime is fun time, tropical temperatures, the whole deal. And this is super fun for me because we have plants that we cannot sell because they're just not up to our quality standards. And we throw them in a tub, and like we got some random bacopa living here. That's totally fine. This had water in it. But check out, there's a little bit of baby tears in here. There's a little bit of alternate there. This is like just like a trash throwaway, got rain. But look at this dwarf hairgrass right here. It's gone buck wild. Now it's grown above water, and soon it will seed, and that's how you can tell if it's grown above water. But this dwarf hairgrass just went bonkers on its own. Why did it grow crazy on its own? Full freaking Kentucky June sunlight, all of the nutrients apparently at its roots, and then readily available CO2 because it's growing above water. So full sunlight, full CO2 because it's above water growing, and some muck. But that's dwarf hairgrass. So when you're trying to grow dwarf hairgrass in your aquarium, it's growing in a little tub like this, but you need to imitate that. You need to have a ridiculous amount of lights. You can get away with less light, but it won't grow as fast. And you need, it prefers higher CO2, but check that out. I thought that was kind of rad. This, my friends, is the basin that we just let go. Why would you let it go? It's very simple. This is where the frogs live. The frogs live here. We love the frogs, and they eventually like work their way into the greenhouse. So we just let this one go. But I want to just show how sassy this is. Everybody loves the muck. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But if you look under the muck and you peel it back in the shade, just like it would be in the wild, what do you see growing? You can barely see it because I'm fighting through it, so I'm gonna grab a handful of it. This is our friend, Mr. Dwarf Sage, growing like a mofo. It's all through here. This whole thing is sage. Now it's nasty and needs clean, but this is dwarf sage growing underneath the muck. It's everywhere. Look, I pull it right here. Get down here in the muck, get a big handful of it, and what do you know? More sage. That's how it grows in nature. Muck bottom. This basin's a lot of fun to just kind of like, how's it gonna turn out? So when I first started making videos, I'll link some of these up, I went to Florida Aquatic Nurseries and I walked around, and over Florida Aquatic Nurseries they had a bunch of basins and they had these laid over it, and I couldn't believe it. I'm like, why are they covering it up? You know, like I literally was questioning what the largest plant producer in the country was doing. And now I get it, because certain plants just simply do not like as much sun and will look bad to the untrained person. So this is a giant bow, and I'm gonna pull it up here. This has been under a shade cloth, and you can see when it's under a shade cloth it's more green, because that's what everybody expects a bow to look like. But it actually under full sun will get more red. You can see how that gets more red, but this is how it's coming on. Notice it grew out of this on its own, out, left this spot, came out here, but it actually prefers more shade than full freaking sunlight. Let's back up a little bit and I'll show you how it's been growing in full sun. Look at this right here, same exact plant coming out the top here. Look at that. And that's red. It's dying, Dustin. You said me that it was dying. No, it's just growing in red, and that's like the healthiest plant you've ever seen. But see how the tips get red? People don't like that, so we can't do that. But yeah, so more shade with the valve. Now in your aquariums, you're using artificial lighting, it's a different ballgame. But out here in the sun, you know, bright red, people are like, oh, it's translucent, it's dead. No, it's actually like super healthy. It's adapting to grow in the high light conditions. But we are trying to keep it shaded. It likes that, so we're gonna cover this up. Shade cloth doubled over, folded, right? Doubled over, look, boom. Kapow. Look at that. It's like perfect crop. I'm not messing with this. And it's even sending off, this would be, I believe, the males. I could be wrong on that. I need Steinbach to help me out here. But look at it, it's sending off flowers. Whole lot of it in there. And the algae gets reduced as well because there's less light available for the algae. So the algae slowly goes away. You notice there's not as much algae in this spot that was covered. So that's fun. Doubled up shade cloth, doing wonders. Back to bed. It's flowering dwarf Sagittaria. Red root floaters coming on. Loving it. Frog bit, Azolla, red root floaters. And this is all out here covering the Sag and Val intentionally to absorb excess nutrients and to absorb extra light. Above water plants are easy. What you know about baby tears? Baby tears going like crazy up in here. This started with like one little pot and just took over. And then I added water to it just the other day. But this is above water grown baby tears just going bonkers in here. It's a rad little setup though, look at that. And then I can pot this and sink it and then I'd sell it, but I wouldn't sell it like this. So not too bad. Hello, my name is Dustin and I'm a liner hoarder. Yes, I'm a pond liner hoarder. These are some super duper fly. I love the look of bulbitis and goldfish in it. Something about the way they just kind of roll around. Extra special to me. There's some dark ones in there that are super cool too. All babies out of my dude Jolly's pond. So those are fun. Sun comes out as I talk about them, so you know they're special. Fun action. Fun action. Ammonia gracilis, Africa plant. Water wisteria, Hygrophila deformis, Pogostellata octopus, Rotella nangine, and Alteranthera, and a loach, baby, loach. Gotta talk about, wanna talk about, have to talk about the algae in here. Yep, too much light, need a shade cloth. This is about to get real ill, but that's another conversation here in a second. So what is going on as we speak? Well, we're growing Sag and Val, which is always fun. We are rolling out here and we're gonna talk so we don't get a strike of the copyright, and we're gonna go out here and we're gonna show you the liner problem. This is my liner collection. Let me show you this. Like everything, pond liner has gone up in price, but whatever. These are, I cut to I think 9 by 9 or something like that. There's 1, 2, this one's folded, 3, that one's for a big basin, scrap, liner for over there, another one, you get the idea of all the liners. But let me show you what's shaking. Drains I gotta put on in the new greenhouse. Over here, roll into this bad boy. We laid them out this morning. My man Joe is killing it. So what we have going on now is we have this over here. I put this close to The yard hydrant, we're gonna have to cut a smaller basin. That basin is not in yet because I gotta put the wall up, but the wall is coming as soon as my man Eric gets back here. I wanted to put the liner or the basins all the way against the wall. My team voted against me because they want to be able to walk behind here and get the plants. I want to use that real estate and have it make me more money, but they can't reach the plants, so that would suck. So we're gonna leave a gap behind here against my wishes. Foot gap in between, just enough to get through. These were manhandled through, as you saw. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna get 5, 6, 7 going on in there. One of them will be shorty on the end. So that is how this is going. The electrician still needs to come and put some electric in the boxes. There's the scrap extra basin, but here's the long view. One on the end that you can't see, it's not there yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I can do 8. So this is coming along swimmingly. It's the Lancelot right there. Oh. This is called an in-house, not for sale plant. Look at that thing. It's above water growth and then it's sending off underwater growth. Wow. And here's a quick look of how we're going towards the end here. Feeling pretty solid. Trying to get these wet today. Gonna have some fun filling these things up. Hit the subscribe button, everybody. Tank on.